Good evening. My question to you tonight is, did you know? Did you know that domestic violence in the world is on the rise? No, it's off the chain. Well, I was looking here, but when somebody you love turns into somebody you hate, there is a rise in domestic violence in the United States of America. Not just here in our city of Covina, but in the United States of America. You know, the number of American troops in Afghanistan and Iraq between 2001 and 2012 was 6,488. You know, the number of American women who were murdered by their current or ex-male partners during that time was 11,000. That's nearly double the amount of casualties lost in a war. Women are much more likely to be victims of intimate partner violence, with 85% of domestic violence domestic abuse victims being women and 15% being men. Too many women have been held by domestic violence, whether through physical abuse, financial abuse, emotional abuse, or a combination of all three. We are inundated with news stories about domestic violence, from athletes beating their significant others in public elevators or in their own homes, to celebrities publicly abusing their girlfriends. This problem is not one that is going to go away quickly or quietly. As Domestic Violence Awareness Month came to an end this past October, discussions concerning this matter, or concerning intimate partner abuse and its horrible repercussions, should not. In an attempt to illustrate the gravity of abuse of all genders, but largely women, here's a few statistics that I found. Did you know that domestic violence is not a singular incident? It's an insidious problem, deeply rooted in our culture. And these numbers prove it. 3 are the number of women murdered every day by a current or former male partner in the United States. 38 million are the number of women who have experienced physical, intimate partner violence in their lifetimes. The American Psychological Association says women with disabilities, listen to this, are 40% more likely to experience intimate partner violence, especially severe violence, more than women without disability. 4,775,000 is the number of women in the United States who experience physical violence by an intimate partner every single year. And those numbers are rising. 1,509 is the number of women murdered by men they all knew in 2011. And out of those 1,500 women, 926 were killed by an intimate partner, and 264 were killed by an intimate partner during an argument. This is staggering. The CDC says every 20 minutes, or every minute, 20 people are a victim of domestic violence. 1 in 4 is the number of women who will be victims of severe violence by an intimate partner in their lifetimes. The World Health Organization says worldwide, men who are exposed to domestic violence as children are 3 to 4 times more likely to perpetuate domestic violence than those who have never experienced it as children. Did you know that 8 million is the number of days of paid work women lose every year because of abuse perpetuated against them by a current or former male partner? This loss is equivalent to over 32,000 full-time jobs. The American Psychological Association says intimate partner violence is the leading cause to female homicide and injury-related deaths during pregnancy. 81% of women who are stalked by a current or former male partner who are also physically abused by that person. If there are arms in the home, if there are weapons in the home, the percentage goes up 8 times more. 8 more times that they would be likely to be killed by an intimate partner. 70% is of the women worldwide who will experience physical or sexual abuse by an intimate partner during their lifetime. This is some crazy stuff. 98% of financial abuse that occurs in all domestic violence cases. The number one reason domestic violence survivors stay or they return to the abusive relationship is because the abuser controls the money, leaving them with no financial resources to break free. The National Coalition for the Homeless says that domestic violence is the 3rd leading cause of homelessness among families. 70% is the amount of times more likely a woman is to be murdered in a few weeks after leaving her abusive partner than any other time in a relationship. 10 million. 10 million is the number of children exposed to domestic violence every year. 25 are the percentage of physical assaults perpetuated against women are reported to the police annually. What can we do and how can we help? Well, if we know of someone that is going through this, we need to call the authorities. If we know that somebody needs help, we can call, in the United States of America, 1-800-799-SAFE or 7233 for the National Domestic Violence Hotline, or visit the National Sexual Assault Hotline operated by RAIN, or bring them to church. Bring them to the house of God. For more resources, visit the National Sexual Violence Resource Center website. Thank you.